solid. Sometimes people say to me, can I add shea butter or cocoa butter or whatever to the soap? Well, yes, you can, but it's going to be bloody horrible. You know, because one is oil and one is water. So it's going to just, if you add, let's say, melted cocoa butter, melted shea butter to your soap and you mix it in, what's going to happen is when it sets, all the oil comes to the top and then you've got like a layer of oil on top of your soap. Not pretty. Okay, so this is milk and honey. I think the aqueous is I'm going to give it another 10 seconds, let's say maybe 20. Let's just do that. Okay. Now while he's waiting at long 20 seconds, just getting out all the stuff for the old-fashioned soap, which I think is stunning. My mother said I'm going to give her one because she thinks it's horrible. So it's just obviously quite personal in this. I'm hoping some of these are going to be sort of solid enough to turn around so that you can see what they look like. Okay, we're going to use, for the old-fashioned soap balls, while I'm stirring this thing for the jar soap, I'll tell you about some soap noodles. Soap noodles are palm soap, palm oil soap, okay? So they're a castile soap, they're normal soap, like Lux, like palm olive, whatever. They're that kind of stuff. They're not glycerine. And while there are things that you could possibly do with it, the best thing is really, because it doesn't melt like glycerine, the best thing is really to do old-fashioned soap balls and pass confetti out of them, okay? Or just fragrance them and have them in the bathroom fragrance and looking pretty. I think this is pretty much it. Okay, so and now it's just, because that's all we want. We don't want it to be fancy, it's just our soap. We want it to feel good, okay? So to reflect it white, we're using milk and honey soap. We're pouring it into the top. Again, pouring it into the top, and then we'll just spray it with the bubbles. Okay, so that is your milk and honey, your Dove soap, milk and honey Dove soap. Now, old-fashioned soap balls. Let's just see, what have we got melted over here? We're going to use soap noodles. Okay. So, depending on how big you want the board, okay? Say, depending on how big your hands are. 2 kind of handfuls, or if you're taller than me, which might be difficult, there's 1 handful, okay? You know, if you've got big hands, then just 1 handful, like this, 2 handfuls, just put them in a bowl. Let's just see if we've got enough melted soap here. Now, make sure that your, these are unfragranced, okay? Your noodles, and you can't fragrance them really. So you make sure that the glycerine soap that you're pouring over it is well fragranced. Okay, I happen to use these clear fragrance because that happens to be my flavor of the month. Okay, mix it in. I'm just going to get my rose petals ready. Okay, now what we do, we pour some melted glycerine soap over the noodles, okay? And we stir to get porridge, okay? It's all like porridgey, and it works. Don't ever do too much at a time, because when it starts setting and it sets really fast, I mean within a minute, you know, you've got to work really quickly, so you don't really have time to do more than 1 board at a time. So each batch can be just 1 board. Can you see how very thick it's getting quickly? Okay? Right. And then when it's gooey, out it comes. Squish it into a ball. Okay? Squishy, 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 squishy. And then, while it's still warm and quite squishy, into the rose petals, which hopefully I'm going to stick on in some of them. I think this is okay. Okay. So now we've got this ball of soap, rose petals on it. And then I just want to wash my hands so that I can decorate it up. These are really quick and easy to make. And like 3 of them in a box, or 5 in a box. Just stunning, stunning gift. Also, in terms of being used, because it's the palm oil, it washes away very slowly. So this is a soap that you just use and use and use and use, okay? I just want to wash my hands quickly. Right. Okay. So, here we go. Bunch of ribbon. Nice organza ribbon. Don't be using like plasticky stuff, okay? This must look thick. We'll do a little bow. Maybe we'll do it this way. Excuse me. Right. So we have a little bow there. And then we take paper rose. To complete the decoration. You see that sort of little old-fashioned soap? I think just lovely, lovely into a little paper. Just finishes it off. A little bit of packaging, just finishes it off. Okay? Right, now, let's just see. Because I think I've kind of gone through everything over here, except for the painting, which I think is a bit boring. So I think I'll just decoupage. Ah, decoupage. Right. So now, here we have, we're going to do 3. And these are cutouts. I got some very lovely paper in the other day. With such nice things to cut out the decoupage and sew. And there was this, I finally found lavender paper, which I've been looking for ages. Everybody has to think about lavender. But on the lavender paper were these like purple skeleton leaves. So I cut those out. I think those are going to be really fab on there. So we're going to use those. And with my letter. There we go. Right. So decoupage you can do if you're very civilized with a brush, or if you're not, you can use your finger. Okay? So, I just find, using my finger, we've got decoupage, soap decoupage glaze over here, and I just cover my leaf with the glaze, put it onto my soap, push it down. What is the glaze for? Oh, I don't know. I just buy it like that. Okay? Right. So basically, that's you take your paper, whatever it is, or your serviettes or whatever, and you cut out your little design that you like, and then